Jack Dorsey has just created a system. I don't know if I mentioned this. This is insane to me. Jack Dorsey just put together text messaging without needing to really have Wi-Fi or any assisted internet. You don't have to have internet. It's called BitChat. You can text other phones directly without needing the internet. This is probably a good invention for the end times. Check this out.
And this time, he's built a messaging app that doesn't even use the internet or cell towers. Instead, it uses Bluetooth. It's called BitChat, and it's built on a beautifully simple yet brilliant idea. What if your phone could talk to other phones directly without relying on the internet, Wi-Fi, or cellular towers, and also help messages hop from one device to another to reach other distant users? Well, that's exactly how BitChat works using something called Bluetooth Low Energy, BLE mesh networks, where every phone becomes a node and the system becomes the network. So when you send a message on BitChat, your phone splits it into tiny chunks of data packets using LZ4, a lossless data compression algorithm, and broadcasts them over Bluetooth using BLE advertisements. These are basically short-lived, low-power signals with a strict 31-byte payload limit. Now, if is nearby, around 30 meters, their phone simply picks up these chunks and reassembles them into the original message. But what if the recipient is out of range, say 100 meters? Well, that's when all other nearby devices running BitChat quickly pick up those chunks and transmit them using their own Bluetooth signal, creating a mesh-like BLE network. This way, your message hops from phone to phone until it eventually reaches the intended recipient. And mind you, these messages are end-to-end encrypted, so only the sender and recipient can read them. Plus, since BitChat stores these message chunks only in RAM and not on disk, each chunk also has a time to live (TTL) limit, so it expires after some time as well, ensuring privacy. Now, of course, there are limitations. The range is short and the architecture relies heavily on network density. But even then, the social implications are massive. Any scenario.
Yeah, so that's interesting. You are definitely a nerd, son. If we couldn't tell from the music, the knowledge that you have tells us that as well. But nerds run the world, so that's not a bad thing. I think this is really, really dope, but I think it won't take off unless we lose our Wi-Fi towers. You know, this is for off the grid living. I think this is huge for folks that are preparing for the nuclear world ending Holocaust type things. This will be important. But I don't feel like without a catastrophic event, this would really be. Now, if you were committing some sort, if you want to live off the grid, or you were some sort of like super criminal James Bond type villain, I think you would use stuff like this. I can't see a lot of uses for this outside of nefarious purposes or war times. But I can't see normal folk in day-to-day hide, like, and it's not even that you're trying to hide stuff. You just don't want your data to be shared. But I feel like, who really needs this if you're not trading war secrets? I don't know. Maybe y'all could tell me.